Good Sunday morning, everyone. This morning we are going to shed some light on philosophical elaboration. This subject is introduced no other than Dr. Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra has been a defining name, very prominent, very famous. Most of his books are very well read, and he has been settled in America for a long time. Americans are all very crazy fans of Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra is known as a philosophical guru who has actually written so many things about our human nature, human psyche, human behavior, philosophical thing, divine things, devil's thing, every single thing he has actually elaborated for us to understand nothing else but ourselves. As Jesus Christ has said in Bible, know thyself. Dr. Deepak Chopra has been actually dwelling upon the same philosophy. He is also inadvertently telling us that we should know ourselves. Know every single thing pertaining to ourselves is the first and foremost trait of human being. If we don't know ourselves, we will not be able to know others. We will not be able to know anything else on this planet. Know thyself. According to Jesus Christ in Bible, is the most effective and efficacious philosophy that Deepak Chopra has shed some more light on it. Some more light has been shed by Deepak Chopra. Point number one. Deepak Chopra is a spiritual guru in America. American society is absolutely crazy, absolutely bunker after Deepak Chopra. Every single thing said, every single thing is discussed in seminar, every single thing is expressed and narrated in his books and papers and his lectures. Every single thing is actually fondly followed by American people. Most of the American people would know who is Deepak Chopra, and most of the Americans would know almost every nitty-gritty thing about Deepak Chopra's sermons and the Gospels. He is a philosophical guru in an American society, and American society is absolutely positively succumbed, immersed in the philosophy of Chopra. Point number two is human nature as a reflection of divine qualities. According to him, human must not do anything wrong, anything devilish, anything satanic, or anything that reflects the quality of Lucifer, a Satan. But human is human, but his all the qualities must reflect the divine qualities. Meaning, human and divine both can go hand in hand, both are almost symbiotic. Human cannot go without divine entities, and divine entities cannot go without human entities. So they both must have similar, ditto qualities, and which must be the quality of cardinal nature, heavenly or paradise type of nature, paradise types of qualities coming out of human. Human must not steal, human must not kill, human must not fornicate, human must not molest, human must not do anything that devils do, or Satans do, or Lucifers do. Those are the qualities of human. Human must reflect, express, and emit all the qualities reflected by the divine qualities of heaven. Point number three. Each of us is gifted with soul. Look, everyone has a soul. But the problem with us is that we never ever consult the soul, but consult our mind in every single thing. We do every single thing after thinking, we think about every single thing. We think about business, we think about our career, we think about money, we think about cheating someone, we think about swindling someone, we think about shenanigans, we think about charade. We think about every single thing. Think about every single thing is not perfect trait. According to philosophical guru Deepak Chopra, but he has said that God has given us the gift of soul. So there must be some reason. God actually emphasizes and encourages us to consult your soul. Ask your soul, whatever I've been thinking, those things are good or bad. Hey God, do you approve those things, endorse those things, or you disapprove those things and disendorse them? God is going to say, do all those things that your soul approves. Don't do all those things that your cerebral faculty of your brain approves. When you are going to rope your brain and ask all kinds of questions to your brain about every single worldly thing, the brain is definitely going to mislead you. But if you are going to ask the same questions to your soul, you will never be misled. Soul is the gift of God, and it is a reflection of divine quality in human. Say, for example, today is Sunday, and some of you would like to go to movies, and then now others would like to go to temple. Now you ask your soul, where should you go? And your soul is going to definitely pester you, encourage you, forcibly tell you, emphasizes you that go to temple, go to religious place, go to tabernacle, go to mosque. Don't go to movies. Movies are not divine but devilish. Movies are the place that Lucifer leads you. It is Lucifer that leads you to movies, but angel is definitely going to lead you to all the religious places or the tabernacles. So that is soul. Point number 5 is vision of fulfillment. Everyone has a vision of fulfillment. Someone has a vision of fulfillment of being billionaires, some millionaires, some become doctors, some become industrialists, some would like to become a member of parliament, some would like to become governor, IAS officer, minister, prime minister, president. All of us have vision. But those are worldly visions. And Deepak Chopra discourages us. He tells us that vision of fulfillment must not be worldly fulfillment. Fulfillment of your mind, fulfillment of your brain, fulfillment of your senses. But fulfillment in this world should be divine fulfillment. Do something godly. Do something for your religion. Do something for humanity. Sacrifice. Don't make others sacrifice and make you millionaire, but make yourself sacrifice. Self-sacrifice is the most important thing, and make other people happy in their life. So, 2 things you can do. Either you can make yourself happy by sacrificing others, or make others happy by the self-sacrifices. And that is called vision of fulfillment, according to philosophical or spiritual guru Deepak Chopra. Point number 5, violence must be renounced. No kind of violence should be there. Absolutely, positively, no violence to bacteria, no violence to parasite, no violence against viruses, no violence against cattle, no violence against fish, nothing at all, no violence against human, no violence against women, no violence against kids, no violence against our enemy. Violence, one word, violence must be junked. It must be totally renounced. It must be totally foregone, forfeited. It must be totally despised and disdained. Violence for our food, that we should actually slaughter the animals, slaughter the fish, slaughter every living thing so that we can satisfy our appetite, is absolutely positively ungodly virtue or ungodly vice. Absolutely ungodly vice. It is not virtue at all. The virtue actually is found in absolutely positively non-violence, as our own Mahatma Gandhi has propounded, propagated, practiced, and that is what Gandhiji as well as Deepak Chopra both have been emphasizing, both have been encouraging us, both of them are pestering, and both of them are encouraging us to follow. No violence at all. So these are the 5 points which are very spiritual, very important, very vital, and a very phenomenal point in our spiritual life. How to make your life spiritual, from living the life of Lucifer to living the life of a divine entity like angel. That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet. Amen.